Hey y'all, it's Diana again. Okay, I wanted to talk a little bit about the filters. Some of you have been extremely nice, telling me that I did not need the filters, and I appreciate y'all. You don't understand how much I appreciate y'all. But on occasion, because I was, and not to sound vain, I was an attractive young woman, and on occasion I do like to still feel attractive. I don't do it on a regular basis. You see, I'm here with no makeup on. I just got back. Miss Jean and I went on a buying trip for 2 Jean's Treasures, and this is how I go. Just a regular old lady. But if I'm going somewhere really special where I need to, I can look like a high-class older lady. I can look rather attractive. And I like to do that sometimes, but not a whole lot. So the filters are when I feel like I want to look nice, but I'm too lazy to put the makeup on, too lazy to try to worry about the lights and the angles and all that kind of stuff. Because I tell you, I've always been photogenic. The camera has always liked me. And my mother could tell you that I was photogenic. I did not look like my photographs. And my mama liked to tell me that. She'd say, you look like an angel, but in person you are a demon. But she did pick at me like that, so that I wouldn't try to be too vain. So that's the reason I do the filters when I want to play. So don't fuss at me if I do the filters, because I enjoy it. Just like sometimes I enjoy dressing up. I sometimes enjoy wearing wigs and makeup, and very rare occasions false eyelashes. But you know, sometimes I like to do that. Sometimes I like to be a sissy girl. And my mama was a sissy girl on a daily basis. She got up, made sure her hair was done, made sure her makeup was done, her nails were done, her eyebrows were done. She made sure, because she was a sissy girl. That was what she enjoyed doing. I didn't enjoy it all the time. I would rather just look ordinary most of the time. So y'all just bear with me. Love y'all. Y'all know I haven't made a video in a long time. And now it's hot as hell here in Mississippi. I really need to throw this through a filter. But y'all, it is what it is. I'm in the middle of packing everything up to move all my stuff into an old Victorian house in Brooksville, in the same town where the chapel is, where the business is and everything. Hey y'all, how y'all doing? It's Diana Salami again, and here I am in my new place. Beautiful light coming in my windows. I will be making some videos when I get settled in. I'm still going through boxes and boxes and boxes of stuff. You know how it is when you're an interior decorator. You wind up with a lot more than what you really need, but when you're decorating, you don't know what you will need. So I'll have a lot of stuff that I need to get rid of once I get this finished, because I want it to be an art project. Everything just perfect. Hey, Missy. I'm out on my little front porch. Waiting on Miss Helen to come pick me up. I got to go to Macon to get my medication. It is what it is. Love you. His brother boy, he done found his place. I'm trying to get things set up. You see the babies with me. And there's brother boy. How you like your new place? I said I was gonna hang the Lady Godiva. This was a Sears and Roebuck house. It was built in 1902. I had an apartment upstairs. Hey y'all, how's it going? Well, I had a little story for y'all. Most of y'all know I've been moving in my new place and trying to get settled. Well, last evening I was doing around and I hung something in the area that will be my bedroom area. But I wasn't right there near it. I was back behind it working. And all of a sudden I heard a crash. And I go over there. And that picture was off of the wall. It was down on the floor. Not broken, because it was breakable. But I looked at it. I had put it on a screw. And the back of the frame had both a cord and a wire that were not broken. There was no reason for this to fall. It was on the wall, solid on the wall. And it was heavy enough that it was pulling down. It was no, unless it levitated. So I do believe that our resident spirit came to visit me last night. Now, I have heard that this house was haunted through several people through the years, long before I ever thought about moving here. So, I knew that there was a possibility that I would see or hear something, but I wouldn't think I would hear something that fast. So I spoke to her. I figured it was a her. She maybe didn't like what I hung up. I don't know. But I told her that we would get along just fine, as long as she did not try to scare me. I don't scare easy with this kind of thing. Somebody would have to materialize and be looking like something out of a horror movie. You know, get out, get out. Then I might run. But that kind of stuff is very rare. You got a lot of these other little things, you know, footsteps, and you hear things. But this is a big thing, a levitation to come up and off of a screw. Now this is something I cherish, so I know I had it secure on that wall. So what do y'all think? So we'll have to name her later on. Maybe we can find out who she is. Okay. Y'all have a good one. Hey everybody. This is Diana Salami. It's been a while since I've done an actual video where I talk to everybody. A lot of my personal friends know that I've been going through kind of a thingy, feeling the need to move out of the chapel where I've been living for 2.5 years. Too much of a good thing, I think. Too much in the same space all the time. So I've been slowly getting my things ready to move. And since I'm relocating in the same town, so it's just like, once I started actually moving, other than furniture, I was able to take my boxes and bags and things that I, could carry myself. So tonight is my very last night inside the chapel. Tomorrow, I'll be over there on Depot Street, right across from the grocery store in Brooksville. Yeah. So this is my last night here in the chapel. Brother Boy is with me here. There's no pictures on the wall. There's a shelf over there. Hey everybody, I'm going to try this for the third time. The last two times it put music, but it cut off my voice audio. So I'm going to try this again. Well, y'all know I'm batshit crazy. Y'all know that. It is what it is. I'll admit to my faults. But yesterday I got reminded of something that I haven't really thought about very much through the years, which is my birth name. I don't go in for all those new phrases, my dead name, all these. It was my birth name. And I heard it yesterday for the first time in many, many a year. And I heard it through someone that is a very good personal friend of mine. And they weren't meaning it in a derogatory way. They were telling a story of when they first heard about me, which was 25, 30 years ago. It was after I had moved to Mississippi. And they come in contact with someone that knew me after the move. But they were wanting to tell him that they knew so-and-so, my birth name, that they knew me when I was a man. Well, that was a lie, because that person only met me 20 years after my transition and surgery. So everything was legal. Whether people agree, I don't ask people to agree. I don't give a damn if you agree with me or anything I've done. Doesn't matter. You don't like something, I don't care. Do you think I would have done what I've done in my life if I give a damn about what you people have to say? No. Nah. They're the same kind of people that made me miserable while I was growing up. It had to make me feel like I was less than. And it would all be while using that name. So therefore, I have never even associated with people with that name. If I met someone that had that name, I just made sure never to have anything else to do with that person. Mainly because I just didn't want to hear it. I did not want to be reminded of it. Especially if they put the first and last name. And if they throw the middle name in, that's really sinking it in. So I don't think I have to worry about that kind of thing 50 years later. I don't know. People seem to think that they have something to entertain other people with. It's to entertain them. Because they don't give a damn about us. They don't give a damn about me, about my feelings. They don't. If they did, they would not be using things like that in such a negative way. But the one thing that they do always put in is my legal name and my legal sex, regardless of what they like or agree with. They know that I'm legally Diana. I'm legally named Diana, and I'm legally a female. And that bothers people. because you can't control things. You can know that I'm trans because someone has told you. But when I go out into the world, and believe me, I've traveled the world, I've never had anybody to misgender me. What would I have done when I went into a Middle Eastern country and somebody say, I think that's a man? I would have been arrested. And luckily, I would have been deported. But in some Middle Eastern countries, it would have caused me to lose my head. So I know what people see whenever they meet me. I know. I feel that confidence that you can't take away by calling me those things. It can upset me. It can make me angry that you're stupid. But it doesn't change me. Because I can go out if I'm somewhere where nobody knows my deal. Nobody thinks about my deal. Oh, I'm a big girl. But I have so many natural female attributes. They think, this is a big-ass woman. They never think, this is a man. So no matter what you say, what you do, what you bring up, it actually just brings up your own stupidity. You're so common that you can't think of anything else to complain about. You can't complain about my character because I'm probably the cleanest as far as the way I conduct my life. Probably the cleanest, most honest person that any of these people have ever met. I tell it like it is. There's no need for me to lie. No need for me to hide a damn thing. It is what it is. I was fucked up when I was born. I took care of my thing. And I have went on to live my life the best the way I can. And even though I'm not happy with being old and single and have lost all the people in my life through death that meant so much to me, that's hard. It will only get harder. But as far as me and who I am and how I feel about myself, you can't take away none of that. I felt like a queer as long as I was living as a boy. Once I started living as Diana, and especially after I had surgery, you can't touch me. You can't take away from me how I feel about myself. No, you could never do that. No amount of name calling can do that. Because I immediately know that you're trash. I immediately know that I am a better human being than you are. So you do your thing. I'm not trying to groom you or any of your people because I personally don't believe that there's very many actual transsexual people out there. A very small amount. The rest of those people are misguided. They're trying to be a part of something, but they won't be able to walk the walk through the years. It won't make them happy. But it has made me happy. And you can't take that away. Y'all have a good one. I'm hoping the recording works this time.